Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and I have my weekly sales update video for you all. So this is going to be sales from between the 10th of June to the 16th of June, so this sort of past week that's just gone by. And I'm going to do this kind of the same way that I did last week, where I'm not going to tell you how much I paid per item, because quite frankly, I'm in the thick of summer where I'm picking up like 100 plus items per weekend, and I've lost track. So what I'm going to do is tell you why I picked up each item, approximately how long I've had it listed for, if I can sort of remember that, as it were, how much it's sold for on each platform, and then right at the end, I'm going to do my cost of goods as an average of $1 per item. That is my average cost of goods over the course of a year, basically. That is when I look at how many items I bought throughout the year, because I do keep track of that in my inventory, and then how much I spent like per item, and that averages out usually to around $1 per piece, and that's what I give my CPA, and that's all they require from me. So that's what I'm going to do for this. So let's crack on, and I'm going to start with Etsy. I had one sale on Etsy, and that's these vintage Reebok sneakers. They were Reebok Dance. Let me see if I can find that little logo for you. I thought that they were super cool, but they were really beaten up, as you can see. Like, they were definitely in vintage condition, but they were still kind of neat. So they sold actually for $24.95 plus the shipping. And I picked these up just at a random yard sale. I picked them up because I just really like selling these vintage high tops. I thought they were really cool with the pastels and stuff. And hopefully somebody can doctor them up and bring them back to life a little bit. Okay, Poshmark. First thing I'm going to show you is a bundle of 3 items. It's this Victoria's Secret Ready for the Runway burnout tank. And then it was this Anthropologie Eloise. I think that's how you say it. Here is the tag. It's kind of like a little sort of like lounge dress or night dress or slip dress. There's plenty of different things you could say for this item, but I've had it for a really long time. In fact, all 3 items I've had for a long time, probably getting on a year per piece at least. And third item was this Umji crochet knit mini skirt. That kind of shows you the detail a little bit better. All super cute items, but they've just hung around for ages. So this person liked them all. I can't remember if they put them in a bundle, if I did for them. One or the other, and then I sent them a good offer, so basically $25 for all 3 pieces, and they accepted, and I was very happy to move those along to a new home. And these Ann Taylor sort of camp shorts, as you will, just very nice basic staples for summertime. They sold for $10, which is pretty average for like a pair of loft jean shorts, I would say. Okay, Cosique, however you want to say it. This bra has been listed for probably just a week before it sold, and it sold for $20 on a best offer. And it was front fastening, which is a great thing to put in your description and in your title. And it also had this really neat kind of like crossover 3-strap back. And yeah, that was a nice quick sale. This item I have had for well over a year as well. And it's funny, I actually bought 2 of the same shirt from like a little rummage sale. One was a 3X and this one was a 2X. The 3X sold almost right away for about $15, I think. And this 2X has hung on for over a year. It did have a cold shoulder detail, which anyone who takes pictures on a dress form or a mannequin will know that's really hard to sort of show in your photos. But it finally sold, and it sold for a best offer of $12. Oh, and you know what I'm going to mention? I mention it every time, but I like to have full disclosure. And when I send out offers to likers, which I do on a lot of items, if they're accepted, which some of my sales result from that offer to likers, I also offered that shipping discount of $1.80 out of my own pocket. So just for full disclosure, letting you know that. Okay, Under Armour. Men's shoes. These were the Lockdown 2 basketball shoes. These were listed for about 6 weeks. This is one of only a handful of men's items I've sold on Poshmark, but it's definitely a market that shouldn't be ignored. I'm going to keep sort of listing my men's items over here and seeing how they do. And they sold for a best offer of $24. Chico's black, just like a pair of straight leg denim jeans. They were size 1, which is vanity sizing for Chico's, which worked out at being a medium. And this was a best offer as well for $15. This Torrid shirt I've had listed now for probably about 4 to 5 weeks. I picked it up at a rummage sale. I actually almost didn't pick it up because it was a size 0, which in Torrid is a large, but Torrid for me always sells better in those plus sizes since it is predominantly a plus size brand. However, I thought the style was really cute with this like sheer striped look to it. And yes, it had quite a bit of interest, and it sold for a best offer of $16. This bikini was listed for less than a week. It had loads of interest and someone scooped it up. So I originally listed for $35, which was a little bit high. I actually got the top, like the bandeau top here, and then this pair of bottoms right here with the embroidered side. The first day I went to the rummage sale, and I went back to the same rummage sale on the second day, and I found these bottoms and realized that they were for the same set, because this print here on the outside of these ones is actually the lining for this one. So I grabbed that as well, obviously, and put it in my filler bag, and I retook all my photos and redid my listing to show that there were 2 pairs of bottoms for this bikini. It was a 3-piece bikini or whatever, and someone offered me $25 for it within just a couple of days of listing. I was very happy to take that. Banana Republic, this is the second pair of these pants that I've sold. First pair was a size 12 and they sold really, or maybe a size 10. Anyway, they sold really quickly within like a week or so of listing. And these ones I've had for a long time, size 6. They've just kind of hung out, but for whatever reason, they've followed suit with the other pair now, and they sold for a best offer of $15. Croft & Barrow, this is not a brand that I would pick up. This was in a sort of mystery bag, if you like, that I bought from a friend. And it was a size 3X, so I decided to go ahead and list it, and another Croft & Barrow shirt that was in that bag as well. And they've both sold within a week. So I guess this is not a terrible brand to pick up. I don't know that I would pay more than sort of 50 cents to $1 for it necessarily, because that sort of $12 to $15 mark is where they both sold for, but they have sold really quickly. So maybe worth bearing in mind if you're at a filler bag or the bins or something like that. And there is the tag. All right, this skirt, again, I've had for a long time. I got this in a filler bag, and I grabbed it because it was new with tags. I don't usually grab Hollister stuff, but when it's new with tags and it's a filler bag situation, and it's a pretty cute skirt as well, it was a size large, I went ahead and, obviously grabbed it, and it took a while to sell, probably about a year. I think I even tried to sell this to Plato's Closet once, and they didn't want it. But anyway, someone finally offered me $18, and I was more than happy to take that. And then this Lucky Brand California Republic Bear graphic t-shirt. It had the kind of like little split tails at the back here. Super cute. I love my Lucky Brand graphic t-shirts, especially the ones with like California and bears and stuff. I found a few of those, bizarrely enough, and maybe it's just like a common design of theirs, but they've always sold quite well for me. So this was listed probably for a couple of months, and it sold for that $18 you see right there. All right, and onto eBay. Okay, so this sort of tunic dress with this caged neckline, it's sold for best offer of $14.99. It's probably been listed for about 2 months at this point. Sort of 15 to 20 is fairly usual for me for I'm going to show you that label as well, because I usually try to do that. There you go. Hot Cotton, I do like selling this brand. It had slowed down for me for a while, and now it's picked back up a little bit. So this actually was listed for less than a week, just a plain t-shirt, but it was a size 1X. We had a really nice like dot stripe to it, and it sold for the full asking price of $19.99, which is always very nice when you get that full purchase. Okay, this was a bust. So this is Lush, which I think is sold at Nordstrom or Nordstrom Rack, size small. And I thought for sure this red, white, and blue feather print, or like it's like a brushstroke print almost, would do well for 4th of July. Well, this is at least its second summer, if not its third. Someone came and offered me $9, and heck yeah, I was going to take that, because this thing has been in my closet and my store for the longest time. So hopefully they can rock that over the holiday weekend. Terra and Sky, I do not know where this is sold, but it was a size 3X and was in that big bag of clothes that I bought for my friend again. So I went ahead and listed it. I thought it was cute. It had that kind of like lace crochet overlay, very like boho romantic type vibe to it, and it sold for the $14.99 plus the shipping that you see here. Oh, and I should say as well that buyers pay shipping on pretty much everything, but if it's free shipping, I will let you know. Okay, this Free People top again was pretty much a bust, and I was sort of disappointed. It was really pretty. It was size extra small. It had this kind of like floral, like almost like a lacy look to it, but I think, let me scroll down. No, it wasn't a wool blend, never mind, but it did have that kind of look to it, and that very soft feel to it. And then this whole like bib was completely embellished and embroidered, all that beading. It was truly a nice piece. I got it at a thrift store, so I paid about $4 for it probably. And I finally took a best offer of $12 because, again, it's been a year and just no takers. Coldwater Creek. This is just a very simple black, like modest sort of full-length maxi dress style. Again, filler bag, someone offered me $8.75. I took it because I've had it for the longest time. Granted, this is not the best photograph, so I probably couldn't hope for much, but yeah, it's hung around for a long time and I was ready for it to move on. This I grabbed simply because it was new with tags. It was in a filler bag situation. It was Socialite, which is Nordstrom Rack, and it had the Nordstrom Rack tags on it still. Size extra small, but very nice, like cobalt, bright blue, and it had like a cinch waist with tassel detail. It was a romper, in case you can't tell from the title and all that, and it had like a keyhole tie back detail. It had so much going on. But I grabbed it predominantly because it was new with tags. So filler bag, and it sold for $20 on a best offer. And that was pretty much in line with comps for that brand. Land's End, this was a really nice piece. As you can see, I really struggled with the photographs for this piece. This was what my full-length photograph looked like. I do not have a handheld steamer yet. I have to buy one, I know. But this piece was just, with it being a plus-size piece and the type of fabric that it was and the embroidery work, it just would not sit in a way that looked attractive as far as I was concerned. So I ended up just doing this kind of close-up shot here to try and show some of its detail. Anyway, it was only listed for about 6 to 8 weeks, which isn't too bad, and it sold for a best offer of $25. These were such a quick flip. So they are Baby Bowden. I picked these up just last weekend. Yeah, not this weekend, the weekend before, in a filler bag. Again, they were 3 to 6 months, and they were adorable. They had like little geese and chickens and a ruffle butt detail and all kinds of cool stuff going on. Anyway, they sold the same day that I listed, basically. I listed them for $19.99. Someone offered me 10. I counted, and while I was waiting for them to come back to me, someone offered me 15, which I thought was very reasonable. Very nice quick flip within, an hour or two of listing, so I went ahead and took that. This Zara dress, I can't remember where I got this, maybe a thrift store, I think. I grabbed it because of the awesome like retro floral print all over it. It was very boxy and fairly heavy. It was definitely more of like a fall floral shift dress, if you like. And no one offered me anything. It was on sale, as you can see there, for 20% off. So $23.99 is what it sold for, plus that shipping as well. This item I picked up several weeks ago, and obviously, as you can see, it's Disney Cruise Line. It had a really cute, like, hidden Mickey Disney print, and it was a size extra large. I got this at a yard sale, and it sold for the full asking price of $29.99 plus the shipping, which I have to say is actually a little bit higher than what the comps were telling me, but I just thought it was kind of cool, and I sort of wanted to keep it, so I listed it high, as we so often do, and what do you know, it sold for full price, so I can't complain. This I got because it was new with tags, new directions, which I think is sold at Belk. Yeah, belk.com. There you go. Let me see if I can find a logo. So this isn't really anything I would say, hey, look out for this. I only grabbed it because it was new with tags. And again, that filler bag rummage sale situation. Someone offered me 15. I was very happy to take that. Coldwater Creek, I picked these up based on style. They're a size 8. I usually like my Coldwater Creek in plus sizes. Just does better for me that way. But this was like a chambray linen wide leg pant. So perfect for the season. Such a nice like fabric content and a great appearance. Chambray is very much in. Someone offered me 14. I thought that was reasonable. I took it. And this was a good flip. So this was from just a week or so ago. I ended up in a thrift store, as you do. My 2 older kids were in play school, and I had my baby with me, so we ended up going to a thrift store to kill some time, and I picked up like 3 just random pieces while I was in there, and this was one of them, and I've never found this brand before. It is Ishakti, I think is how you say it. And this is a custom piece. This is like a website you can go to. There is the label, where you basically can have a piece made to measure, a custom piece, if you will. This was really beautiful. So it was a full wrap dress with all of this like crochet detailing on the trim, and then it had almost like a prairie look to it, or like a western look to it, like it was like layered, as you can see there, and slightly open. It kind of made me think of like a can-can girl almost. I don't know. I just thought it was awesome. So I went ahead and grabbed it, and someone offered me $34.99, and that was about a week after listing, and I went ahead and accepted that. And I paid, I think it was $6, something like that, for that in the thrift store. These Disney vans finally sold. I'm so excited. So I got these in my, I'll link it in the cards, my best haul ever. And it was where I bought loads and loads of shoes from a yard sale in my own neighborhood. And they were amazing shoes at fantastic prices. So I do know I paid $2.40 for these when everything was averaged out. I've sold so much from that haul. I feel super blessed for what I found, I have to say. And these sold for a best offer of $100. Guys, if you see Disney Vans out and they're in decent condition, in fact, even if they're not in decent condition, but they're a good price, grab them. Vans does limited edition prints, especially with their Disney collaboration or like their Peanuts collaboration. And when they're gone, they're gone. And the only place that you can pretty much get them is the secondhand market. I know because I have some Vans myself that I had wanted to get a different size in. They were a tiny bit snug and they'd already completely sold out, and there was no way I was paying like 3 times the price on eBay. Because apparently I'm frugal. So people fall in love with the print or whatever, and they pay up to get it, I suppose. So $100 is what these sold for, and I hope the person loves them. This vintage bikini, I held out with this. I had so many $15 offers, I cannot tell you. It was really cool. So obviously this very high cut right here at the hip. It was underwire, and then you can kind of see in this close-up photo, she says, hello. There we go, that it had this like lower V to it. It was a really, really neat piece. I do love a good vintage bathing suit anyway, but this just ticked all the boxes. And it sold for the full asking price of $32.99. I was tempted a few times to take one of those $15 offers, especially when I got 3 separate $15 offers on the same day. I kind of thought to myself, maybe the market is speaking to me. But I decided the market was wrong. So I held out, and yay, because it sold for twice the price. And that was probably listed for about a month, I would say. This LuLaRoe piece, I listed it really, really high because I couldn't find a similar print. And I know that some of the Irma like floral prints and stuff can do really well, like the rose prints. Anyway, someone offered me $25. It's been listed for about 6 to 7 weeks, I would say. And I thought that was reasonable for a piece of LuLaRoe, so I went ahead and took it. I had no money in this. This was my husband's. He got it free with like, I guess like maybe a phone upgrade or something he bought. He got this free. He kind of tried it once and thought it was cool, and then that was it really. So we decided to sell it, and it actually sold within like an hour of being listed. $24.99 was right in line with the comps. It's like a VR headset that you can, I guess you put your phone in it. I don't know. Anyway, it sold really quickly, and I shipped it out the same day. This lot of Tommy Bahama shirts, so all size extra large. So I went to a filler bag a couple of months ago now, and I almost left without looking at the men's stuff, and I decided to give it a go, and I'm so glad I did, because they just had one after the other of Tommy Bahama shirts, and they were all size extra large. So I went ahead and grabbed them all, obviously, and just kind of like stuffed them in the bag. And then I decided, rather than doing them all individually, I was just going to lot them up. And someone offered me $50 for them, like 50. And honestly, I'm really, really happy with that. I could have listed them and like waited out and tried to squeeze like $20 out of each of them, but honestly none of them had particularly wonderful like prints, you know, nothing that sort of stood out as typical Tommy Bahama with like palm trees and a lot of silk and things like that. They were nice, but they were just, you know, fairly plain, I suppose you could say. So I lotted them together. I'm glad I did, and $50 plus shipping is what they paid. This is a piece like I have so many times. I put it off because I think it's going to take forever to sell, and then I list it, and then it sells within a day or two. Typical. But this is White House Black Market. It was a small, but it was a really nice sort of beaded neckline. I don't know, like tank top, I suppose, just like an evening top with all that very pretty like ruched pleated detail, and then it did have a built-in bra as well. And like I said, sold really quickly for the full $22.99 that you see there. These Sam Edelman sandals, I've had them since, I think, late summer last year. I think I just kind of missed the season with them somewhat. Anyway, someone offered me $20. I was happy to take that, and I think they were from a rummage sale. Last but not least was this skirt that I picked up just because I thought it was cool. I've had it for a long time now. I thought that the color combination with like the copper and the navy blue and that button detail and the pintuck pleats, I just thought it was awesome. But it sat for a long time. It had a lot of likes and stuff, but not a lot of takers. So eventually someone offered me $18. It was a fairly slow day, and I decided to go ahead and take it, and I'm grateful for the sale. All right, so that puts us at 35 sales for this week, for the 10th through the 16th. And that's an average of 5 sales a day, in case you're interested. So my gross sales for the week was $786.61. The amount that I would have paid in fees, roughly. So I'm calling it 20% because Poshmark is 20%. eBay gets close to that when you do eBay and PayPal together and store fees and all that kind of stuff. So just for the sake of being consistent, I call it 20% across the board, would have been $157.32 in fees. My cost of goods, like I said, is an average of $1 per item when I stretch it out annually. So I'm going to call it $35 because it was 35 items for my cost of goods. And so that would put my net profit roughly at $394.29 for the week, which I'm very happy to walk away with that for sure. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a good sales summer as well. I hope the summer slowdown hasn't hit you. I hope that it doesn't. If it has, though, let me know down in the comments. You know, we're here to support each other and give each other advice and all the good stuff. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you are new here, I would love it if you would think about hitting that subscribe button down below. Come back and hang out again, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye, you guys.